Okay, Frasiacs, welcome in. Hi, brand new pod. Ooh, and we got a lot to cover. Sister Wives, we're going to start with that because Christine Brown Woolley's book has been released early and fans are shocked. They believe the book reveals some of Kody's biggest betrayals. This book has been much anticipated if you are a TLC fan, much anticipated. And I'm going to get into it. Now, I have not got my copy yet. I pre-ordered my copy. It has not been sent. So a lot of fans were able to find this at Barnes & Noble. Apparently, they put it out on the bookshelves like this week. People have read it in 4 hours. And I'm going to talk to you about what some of Kody's biggest betrayals are and her biggest reveals. What's interesting about this and why I think it's getting so much attention is it does seem to be far more revealing than a lot of people thought. I mean, she goes into some real detail about their sex life. Really goes for Kody. So people were kind of wondering if it was because it's about faith, family, finding freedom. A lot of people thought like, oh, is this going to be the same old crap about, them leaving the church? Honeys. She talks about the AUB, that she was done with the AUB when they too had a sexual abuse scandal covering up the abuse of children. Every religion seems to. I'm a Catholic. We've had our share. So she basically says that in her division of AUB, they had a big child sex abuse scandal. Like it seems to be with all these churches. I thought you had like a direct line to Christ. Anyhow, there was cover up, there was betrayal, there were lies, and she was basically done. Basically, she put two and two together, not two and two together, but she equated it like if anything that was done by the church happened to my children, I would be like, I'm done. So we didn't hear that on the show. I mean, and of course, it's not without criticism. So fans are criticizing Christine and this book as like, if Kody is this much of an asshole, how are we seeing in the preview of season 20 him hanging out with David Woolley? How is this not for a paycheck, girl? Look, it's all for a paycheck. Now, look, as we are coming on to Real Housewives of Potomac, I believe we have a trailer. We have a season 10 trailer for RHOP. And oh my, I mean, we have a Mauricio Umansky popping up on RHOP. We have rumors that Karen Huger is going to be out of jail here in September and will be filming. What? And then we also have rumors that the professor is getting a divorce. Miss Osafo? Say it isn't so. All right, so we're going to get to all those stories. Before we get into it, I want to genuinely thank you for listening to this podcast and supporting me all these years. I cannot believe in 2026, the podcast will be turning 10 years old. It's hard to believe. So the best way you can support myself, the producers on this show, the PR on this show, is please to listen to some of my commercials and frequent my sponsors. I pick sponsors that I use and then I think you'll actually enjoy, whether for your home, your kids, your own personal wellness. Some of those that are advertising this month include Beam Organics, which is a superfood powder for kids in chocolate milk flavored, and chocolate chip cookie. It's so good. KJ loves it, drinks it daily. Beam Organics, Quince, Nutrafol, that's just some of the advertisers. And you can always find my advertisers in the description of my show with a discount code. I always get you a discount code. Who wants to pay full price anymore? Not me. So please frequent my sponsors. It means so much, and it allows me to give you so much free content. Okay, let's start with Sister Wives, then we'll get into all the drama that's going on in Bravo with RHOP, which is good because it's been a little quiet for our friends at RHOP. So I'm excited to see like something's coming out about that. And then also Kate+8. Apparently she is on TikTok for a specific reason. Kate Gosselin is back. And have you noticed she's been doing a lot of cooking? Well, hang on to that. And then Justin Baldoni, Blake Lively. Some emails, some text messages have leaked. And again, I don't think this looks great for Blake Lively, but the case moves forward. Okay, let's start with Sister Wives and Christine Brown Woolley's book. Much anticipated, this book was set to drop next week. It's called Sister Wife, A Memoir of Faith, Family, and Finding Freedom. I have been like crazy, as you guys know, not really on bed rest, but on rest with my pregnancy. Over 13 weeks now. So I just haven't been able to get out, get to a Barnes and Noble. I didn't even know if there were Barnes and Nobles still open, but apparently there are because y'all are like, y'all are talking about it. So the book has been leaked. Fans found it on shelves. They've read it within 4 hours. There's tons and tons of tea about this book. And we're going to get into some of it. Some of Kody's biggest betrayals, and it really has to do with their sex life. Christine shares for the first time the journey that led her away from polygamy and the bold path she's carving out to live a life completely away from Kody and Robyn and anything to do with living as a sister wife. People magazine reported that Sister Wife star first shared the news that she had written a memoir back on February 4th, if you all recall. Just some of the biggest bombshells that people have uncovered so far claimed that that the family filmed every other day and had to be careful what they said or the facial expressions they made, because if they said something Kody or Robyn didn't like, he would punish them by not seeing them at all. So Christine says from the jump with the show, there was tension, there was pressure. It was very, very difficult. On top of that, Christine admits, I think she's kind of admitted this for the first time anyhow, but she basically says she was completely over the marriage the moment that he married Robyn. From the time Robyn came in, it was like that was it for her. Now, again, in this book, I think it reveals how troubled their relationship was. And I truly think, and I feel for Christine, because she spent many, many years, 20 plus years in this marriage. Kody was never into her, of all the wives. I think he was into Janelle more. I think at one point he was into Mary more. I think of everybody, he was the least interested in Christine, period. Christine also appeared to confirm a long-standing fan rumor that the family left Las Vegas to move to Flagstaff, Arizona, because Robyn wouldn't let her son Dayton Brown attend college in the state alone. They found out the truth, quote, 2 months after the move. And Kody allegedly told the wives they were relocating due to the professional football team moving to Vegas. And he was worried about the traffic, the violence, and the uptick in crime that the professional football team coming to Vegas was going to have on the community and on them. That was his excuse. Oh, by the way, I mean, I don't even, what's the Vegas, what is it, the Raiders? Are they in Vegas? Oh, you know what? The Raiders are coming. By the way, have you been to these football stadiums? I mean, they're billion-dollar stadiums here with a $20 hot dog. What kind of riffraff is coming around? The thread also discussed the long-standing feud between Christine and Mary, which ultimately led to the complete end of their friendship. Christine addresses this in the book. Mary reportedly disciplined McKelty after she allegedly embarrassed her child, Leon, by being short on cash at a store and asking the owner to help with the difference, which was pennies. Readers also added that Christine discussed her intimate relationship with Kody. She alleges he shared their personal marriage issues with Robyn, who reportedly gave her sister wives advice on best tending to Kody's needs. Yes, that's in the book. Completely. And in fact, Christine even goes into detail in the book that in order to have sex with Kody, she would have to give him a massage to get him going. And then she would want him to reciprocate. And he'd say, no, actually, when I massage you, it kind of turns me off. I'm not interested. Okay. This poor woman, how did she do it? How did she do this for 20 years? I can't wait to read this book. Now, a lot of you on social media find the book to be, you basically say the only interesting parts are these, which I'm telling you about. So spoiler alert, by the way. A lot of people say the only interesting parts are these sex life ones. And let's see. Christine also talks about losing her virginity and the first time that she had sex with Kody. Like, Kody and Robyn must be home shitting their pants. I mean, no wonder he did special forces. Like, this man must need a distraction from the fact that he's going to get shit all over. I mean, a lot of people felt that anyway. Season 20 is trying to be a rehab of their image. Christine's new book describes her first time with Kody as painful and traumatic when she had sex with him. Kody had just married her, and instead of romancing her, Kody just shoved himself into her. No kissing, no caressing, nothing, she writes in the book. Christine wrote that she cried in pain and had tears streaming down her face. During their marriage, Kody never indulged any foreplay, period, she says. He demanded hour-long full-body massages prior to sex and refused to reciprocate massages. When Christine asked him to massage her, Kody told her that he didn't get turned on by touching and declined. Can you, I don't know. It's like, it's funny because it's grody, aka Kody, but like, how did she do this for so long? Christine then refused to give him any more massages. Kody complained about this to Robyn. Robyn then scolded Christine and told her she needed to give Kody his massages and do whatever he wanted sexually because he was a good husband. He basically treated sex like he was having sex with a prostitute. His wives were there to cater to him and do whatever he liked. He got pushback. He would neglect Christine and refuse to spend time with her or their kids together. Apparently, Kody also demanded they all wear their full Mormon garments while having sex. Can't wait to get my copy of this. As far as Robyn goes, it sounds like she gets whatever she wants because she gives him whatever he wants in bed. Robyn has to cater to Kody's every whim, Christine talks about, and walks on eggshells by playing a role and acting a certain way. No wonder her bedroom looks like a purple brothel. He must love the color purple. That must turn him on. Okay. There you have it. So get your copy. I'm going to be reading it next week, dissecting it even more on the podcast. Again, these are the segments that people seem to talk about. They don't seem to be interested in the rest of the book, but I'll give you my own review and recap very soon. Okay, let's hit a couple of quick pop culture stories and then we'll talk about everything that's going on with RHOP. Kate Gosselin. I've been fascinated, obsessed. She's got hundreds of thousands of followers now already on TikTok. But have you noticed she's done a lot of cooking? She does meal prep throughout the week. She does protein shakes. She makes like a quick cucumber salad. Well, there's a reason for that. Apparently, Kate Gosselin, according to sources, has been quietly pitching a food show. She wants to come back as some sort of a cooking connoisseur on TV to make her money back because she has admitted on TikTok she has no retirement. She and John spent all the money on lawyers, fighting, bickering, and any money that she had left, she put her kids through school. She's been sharing cooking tutorials on her TikTok and Instagram this entire month. Kate feels if she starts cooking on social media, that network bosses and cookbook authors will notice and call her up, one insider says. And she just likes doing the videos. It's a fun distraction, but Kate is having a hard time financially. Now that the kids are older, she's been paying for college. She works as a nurse, but not making nearly the money that she made on the TLC season and is hoping to land a cooking show. Would you watch a cooking show from Kate Gosselin? Like, aren't you gonna, here's the thing. I think you're gonna she's getting hundreds and hundreds of thousands of followers. Just do your TikTok, monetize your TikTok. You're gonna make a fortune on TikTok. I mean, once you get over 100,000 followers, you start raking in the money. Do that, sis. Why are you trying to get on a network cooking show? I feel like the TV days are dead. It's like radio. Is anyone going for a radio show anymore? No, you want your own podcast. You want your freedom. Design your own studio. Talk about what you want. Like, anyhow, there you go. So if you see her on Food Network very soon, keep me posted. You know, I'll be watching like a little bit here and there. All right, Justin Baldoni. What is going on with Justin Baldoni? Justin Baldoni and Blake Lively involved. Well, I should say their court case is ongoing. And Megyn Kelly now is reporting that Blake Lively has subpoenaed her in the Justin Baldoni lawsuit. Well, this week, because everything was overshadowed by our girl Taylor Swift getting engaged, which I love. I love the two of them together. And you know, again, you know, like, I mean, I talk shit on this podcast. I mean, most of the time we hate on people. There's something after I saw her live, like when you see Taylor Swift live versus Justin Timberlake, it is like ordering Bloomingdale's versus Temu. I mean, it was like, she is so incredible at what she does. I'm like, I love her. I'm a huge fan. I didn't love the engagement ring. I'm not going to lie. I'm just not into the antique look. The antique tacky tiki look is just not my look. It's gorgeous. I couldn't afford it. So what am I critiquing? Okay. It's just my damn opinion. I'm going to critique. So I didn't love it, but I love the two of them together. You know, her mom, Taylor's mom and Travis's mom, they look like the same person to me. They just seem like two fabulous moms that are going to get on well. I feel like they'll be best buddies. And I love them as a couple. After they did that podcast together, I think they're both driven in the way an athlete and a top performer are. I love it. Love it. Okay, so Megyn Kelly has now come forward. She says that Blake Lively tried, hold on, it didn't fully happen, tried to drag her into the headline-grabbing legal tussle with Justin Baldoni. Megyn Kelly unloaded on Lively during her show this week, ripping the actress as, quote, pathetic, untalented, narcissistic bully, while touting a courtroom win in Lively's ongoing clash with Baldoni. The former Fox News star and her team successfully fought off subpoenas. Wow, this is good news for Perez Hilton, who is going to court with her. Which had sought Kelly's private communication as part of Baldoni's lawsuit. She backed down and has now missed the deadline to pursue her harassment of me, says Megyn, and my team any further. Kelly declared on her SiriusXM show on Thursday that this is a major victory and went after Lively. Huge. Huge, actually. Now, Judge Lyman also released text messages and exchanges between Baldoni's PR people, Judd Wallace. So far, there's like no smoking guns, no red flags. While it doesn't seem like, obviously, Justin Baldoni's team likes her, and the only thing that's, I guess, kind of red flag at all in these correspondence is basically Jamie Heath, who we all know was the head of Wayfair. They were essentially talking to Baldoni's PR team to say, hey, look, who are we going to pay to get some positive PR out there about Justin? Okay, it's very leaning towards like, how do we control this? It doesn't blatantly say that, you know, we're going to take down Blake Lively. The only red flag is at one point, Heath is responding to some emails and goes, well, it looks like Lively's taking care of, like, we don't need to do anything because the audience themselves are just destroying Blake Lively. If you remember over a year ago when she did all the promotion for It Ends With Us, and she was telling people to wear florals and drink her booze and all this stuff. And everyone's like, this is like a domestic violence, like really weird codependent movie. And so anyway, she got destroyed on her own. And the only red flag in this so-called smear campaign and text messages is that basically they're like, okay, well, we don't really need to do anything because she's doing it on her own. Now unsealed text messages shed light on what Lively is claiming is a smear campaign. Texts unsealed by the judge and published in the Daily Mail this past week between Baldoni's publicist, Melissa Nathan, and Baldoni's Wayfair co-founder, Jamie Heath, alleged that Wayfair Studios paid social media specialist Jed Wallace $30,000 per month in August, September, and October as part of, quote, a creation of social fan engagement to go back and forth with any negative accounts, helping to change narrative and stay on track. Nathan also stated per the text that Wallace's work would be untraceable. A source told Daily Mail that Wallace's hiring allowed Baldoni's team to run anonymous accounts promoting him and arguing with Lively's supporters. While some backlash against Lively was said to be genuine, her lawyers argue the messages prove a planned smear attack. So these have been released. Like I said, you read the text messages. I didn't think anything stood out. Now, did they go through with this? And is that a crime? A spokesperson for Lively told the Daily Mail there's an overwhelming amount of evidence documenting the smear campaign instigated by Justin Baldoni, Melissa Nathan, Jed Wallace, and the rest of the Wayfair parties. All you need to do is look at Melissa Nathan's text, Baldoni's responses, and Wallace's services. Wallace denied running a smear campaign against Lively, saying he was only hired to track social media activity for Baldoni's team. In July, the judge on the case dismissed Lively's claims. Wallace is now suing Lively, who he says he never met or spoke with or defamed in the state of Texas. It still remains extremely messy, and the court date is on for March 2026. Have you changed your mind? A lot of people have kind of come around. I think Blake Lively has a point. Do we think this? Do we think this? Our girl Karen Huger reportedly going to be out of jail in the P this September. Okay, Karen, from that DUI arrest. She's apparently going to be out of jail soon. And we have an RHOP official trailer. Returning RHOP cast members Giselle, Ashley, the Professor, Wendy Osefo, Stacey Rush, Kierna Stewart. The women are joined by Tia Glover, a British-Nigerian luxury real estate advisor, and of course, Monique Samuels is back. Jassy is also coming back as a friend of. And what can we expect? An announcement for the season 10 teases that the RHOP ladies' new chapter comes with fresh reads. Naturally, that includes some reasonably shady commentary from OG Giselle. We're even going to see Mauricio Umansky popping up. Isn't this so interesting? We're getting a lot of crossover, aren't we? From Bravo. Dolores is going to be in the new season of Rhode Island. It's just very interesting, isn't it? Giselle and Mauricio meet up and he greets her with a hug and a kiss on the cheek. Okay, but that's Mo. I mean, I've met Mo in real life. Super friendly, super outgoing. Now, there's also rumors that our girl Wendy Osefo and her husband Eddie have hit a rough patch and may be heading for divorce. Excuse me? Eddie and Wendy divorcing. In the trailer, ton of drama. Stacey Rush reportedly going on a date with Chris Samuels. Mauricio Umansky pops up. Monique Samuels returns, and Stacey has dragon breath and lied about her divorce. I'm in. Who's ready for this one? That sounds so much more interesting than what we were getting before. So maybe this will be a fantastic season. I just think the crossover is so interesting that they're doing. Like, it just seems, we had Taylor Armstrong pop up. We know Heather Dubrow lives in Beverly Hills, but is on RHOC. It's very, they're, I think it's probably a way to just intertwine storylines, keeps people interested. Oh my God, wouldn't that be something if Mauricio dated Giselle? But I don't think so. I don't think it's happening. Okay. So coming soon. We are going to be getting the next season of RHOP. Wow, a sneak peek. All the drama. It looks good. And I love Monique Samuel. So I am so freaking happy that she is back. I love my girl Monique. Okay. A lot of surprises for you guys coming up when it comes to guests. Thank you so much for listening this week. If you didn't listen to my Chrissy Metz interview, go and check out my girl Chrissy Metz. She is in The Hunting Wives. This Is Us, which that show was so huge a few years ago. And she was terrific. She sat down, spilled a bunch of tea about filming The Hunting Wives, how her character nearly had a wig, all the wig controversy with Malin's character, Margot. And of course, why didn't Chrissy Metz's character Star get a lesbian scene? We talk about that. David Yontef from Behind the Velvet Rope is back tomorrow. We have a lot more tea to get to in the Bravo universe. And then, of course, Sunday, this is why you keep subscribing to my podcast every single day, because I drop a pop culture pod for you daily. Sunday, I'm going to re-air a interview with Olo and Bolo. They are the two brothers, the Nigerian brothers that were paid by Jussie Smollett to do the race hoax against him, put the fake noose around his neck, all this stuff. They're on the podcast on Sunday because there's a new documentary out that Jussie Smollett is participating in. And, it leaves it up to us to decide, is Jussie Smollett guilty of creating a hoax? I mean, Olo and Bolo say yes. They have the check receipt to prove it. He wrote them a check and then tried to say, oh no, it was just for their workout services. But Jussie Smollett says there's two white guys out there that racially attacked him and they're running free. So who do you believe? Always weigh in on the comments. Okay, be sure to be following me everywhere on social at The Sarah Fraser Show on TikTok, on Instagram. You can watch on YouTube as well. Bye, everybody.